what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the supernatural horror film Brahms, The Boy 2. Now this is a sequel to the 2016 film known as The Boy, which I saw too and I thought was okay. Now this time it's actually directed by William Brent Bell, who actually directed 2016's The Boy 2 as well, so he directed both of these films. Now this film is about like a family that moves into like this different location after like this incident that happens with them, like some robbers try to attack them and so on. And I even thought that was kind of odd, like the incident that caused them to leave where they were living at, It's like a husband, a wife, and a son, So after this particular incident happens, they move to this other place, and that's when they find like the doll known as Brahms and so on, and their son becomes attached to the doll, and they suddenly begin to notice things that seem odd and strange, and it seems like the doll itself is actually causing it. Now I did notice that this particular film, it has more of like this is a spoiler alert, it has more of like a supernatural like flavor to it, like feel to it, it's like very like supernatural. Like some of the things that, and I this is a spoiler alert again, some of the things that was going on with like the Brahms doll itself, like it actually had movements and eyes turning and the head turning and so on, that was kind of interesting and made it more supernatural, way more like supernatural than the original film was. So I just want to touch on that, to get that out of the way, Now we also get like a backstory to the Brahms like character itself too as well. You can see that he had like history with like people from like centuries ago and so on. So I thought that was kind of cool. You could tell they could actually make this an established franchise. If it continues to be a success, you can see like more films, they can take place like in the past and so on, involving like the characters like Brahms, and like other family members. Because apparently as the film goes on, it touches on the idea that other characters or other family members were actually involved with the doll itself known as Brahms. Now the main character of the film is Lisa, I think that's how you pronounce it, and she's played by Katie Holmes. And you also have her son, who's played by who's known as Jude, and he's actually like, from my opinion, he's actually like the star of the film because he's the one who's with Brahms the most, and he's played by Christopher Convery, I think that's how you pronounce it, because I know him from like the Gotham TV series. He's actually with the Penguin, and his character in this film that he plays Jude is very similar to like the character that he played on Gotham. He actually had to write out like his words whenever he's speaking because he has like some kind of like mental problem, so whenever he speaks, he can't really speak. Now he speaks in the film, but he actually has to write down what he wants to say and show it to like his parents, So I thought it was kind of interesting that it was very similar to how he was like on Gotham, like the character that he played. Now you also have her like I think husband, known as Sean, and he's played by I think Owen Yeoman, I think that's how you pronounce it. He's actually on board too as well. And there's like one more other character that I want to touch on, but I ain't gonna get into it too much because it's kind of spoiled the film. But them all really like basically like the only characters in this film, But there is also another character in this film known as Joseph, and he's like the groundskeeper, and he's played by Ralph Innocent. And I don't want to get into him too much because it kind of spoil like the film itself, But yeah, overall, this was a much better film than I thought the previous Boy from like 2016. I really did enjoy this film, it turned out to be pretty good. I like the mood, the atmosphere, feel of the film too as well, But it was pretty entertaining. It was better than I thought it was going to be, So in the end of Brahms, The Boy 2, I'm giving this a B-. And I would definitely recommend it for, I guess, fans of like the first film, I'm sure you probably like this one, But it does seem to be better than the original one, So I'm giving Brahms, The Boy 2, I'm giving this a B-. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.